Motherfucker immediately starts walking away from me. Welcome to Crafting Lore, as you probably got by the fucking intro, but what is that intro? So it's very stupid. It is a little bit mediocre, unprofessional, but I figured it captures the essence of my being very well. Like, you know, I could be somewhat professional, but pretty much mediocre is my standard rate. But this series is going to be very different. I have never planned so much prior to loading. I didn't even type in Crafting Lore. I didn't even make the world. I have like 6 notepads that I'll throw up on the screen in editing right now. Blah, 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 blah. And these are the many pages and many notebooks that I wrote down ideas. I had one I still have one. Hey, homie, you gotta chill the fuck out. I still have one for ideas that I'm constantly adding to. As you can see, I do have gear and shit, because for those of you who've watched, you've seen probably multiple channels show the beginning of a series, and this is my first diamond. Oh, let me put this in an item frame. This is the first block I might know. I ain't about that shit. You've seen that shit probably 400 times, and if you've been watching me for a long time, you've seen it lots of times. Skip that shit. And for the people that are watching for the first time, hello. Normally I'm nicer, but the people that are joining for the first time, I need to grab them, you know? Not physically, just mentally. Grab the screen with your brains and get some eyes. We got Drip Leaf because we got lucky with the Wanderer Trader. But I need to get people hooked quickly, because I'm a baby channel and I want to grow. And this series is something that is very thoroughly thought out, and you're going to see some really unique shit that you haven't seen before, so stay tuned. Grab whatever fucking meal. I've been getting these bottle gum things from my convenience store, and they're called bottle gums, I'm pretty sure. And they taste like bubble gum, but they're not. They're like sour candies. They're my favorite right now. And I've been watching a lot of B-Dubs and Hermitcraft, even Corrales and B-Dubs, because I just love their relationship. Anyways, lots of inspiration coming from many sources. Grab some gummies, grab some candy, and sit back, because I'm going to have to explain some shit. And it might be a little bit too much, but please bear with me. Look at these fucking Endermen. They're a nuisance. So this is my AFK fish hut. I have the old AFK Fish data pack vanilla tweaks thing on just because I'm a lazy motherfucker and I don't make big farms like all these other people do, so I need I need a little sleazy way to kind of get books early on. I'm barely using it now that I have my gear and I have a mending villager, so I'm kind of just repairing stuff. This is currently my little fucking orgy station for all my villagers. Bada boom, bada bing. Iron Golem. Oh, 3 babies. Perfect. That is absolutely perfect. I need them all to be librarians, and I'm going to move them down here. Blah, 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 blah. I'll explain some stuff about the lore in a second and how we're going to be constantly building on it, so it's not all built out and all laid out. And not everything is going to be predetermined. This is my little sugarcane farm. I just recently traded a lot of it, so it's just rebuilding. It's not the best. I definitely need to expand it. I'm learning how to make more farms, though. So I got my 3 librarians, my Sook Touch, my Mending, and my Unbreaking. Those are the holy 3 that you kind of want. Maybe like efficiency is what I kind of want next, and sharpness, and maybe feather falling or something. I don't know. I want useful things, but I'm really just gonna. I have a zombie in there named Boo, because he kills them and converts them. When I drop these 3, I kind of want to get just the exploiting enchant, you know, the one that has like bookshelves for books, like you could just, you know what I'm saying? Like, watch, like this. I don't have any books, but I have emeralds, watch. We buy the bookshelves, boom. This has Silk Touch on it, so I can't use it on the bookshelves, but, you know, I just spent 12 emeralds, boop, boop, whoops. 12 emeralds on, I don't know how many bookshelves. Can't do math right now. Oh, there was XP that was hiding there. Oh, and I'm going to be level 30 here too. And then I'll trade all those books. Boom, 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 boom. And look how many bookshelves I still have, and I could buy more bookshelves. Like, it's just easy XP, and it's easy bookshelves, easy emeralds, so I'll be able to buy lots of things. I'll make a cool villager area. That is actually going to be my second... God, that sounds so bad. My second AFK fish farm. I really just like fish huts, so I started building this little dock, and I just wanted to have a use for going over here too, because it has this weird-ass, like, sharp bridge. I'm really still learning how to build again, so I'm getting there. I really want to mess around with some of the new blocks. Fucking bamboo's like a maze. So yeah, I have a second AFK fish hut, but that's okay. That's my nether portal that I'm actually going to move as well. But what I actually have to get into, guys, now is the lore of the series. You can see all my worlds. I have a creative world for locating biomes, because I really like Badlands, and they're always so far away, so I like to not waste time and locate them pretty quickly. Spike ice for creating water bridges and shit. Anyways, this is going to be the creation story that I'll eventually post a video on, kind of explaining how the actual world that we're about to build, how it came to be. So in you know, real religion and real mythology, they always have the creation story and how it was created. So I have a creation story for the series that I will actually eventually post a video on. Pretty fucking cool, right? R&D is for research and development. Now this is my fuck around world, see what's going on. Messing around with stuff. I was trying to lay out all the newest blocks so I could really get used to building with them. But right here, all right. So crafting lore is going to be heavily inspired by mythology, but I come up with every name of everything, every name of town, every name of character. Everything's going to be made up or inspired by. So like some places, I have a place called Lornrock, and that like inside crafting lore, there's going to be a kingdom that I'm going to build eventually called Lornrock. It's going to be a mining like village. It'll be really cool, but it's going to be later on, and just something I'm talking about now. Lornrock, the actual name was pulled from Witcher, but the town in Lornrock, I believe it was from Witcher. I have it written down somewhere. The town was not a mining town in the series. So I might do something like that just because I'm inspired by the name. But the actual gods I have created here, they are... Oh, wow, the spores go so far. The spore blossoms? I don't know if you guys have been seeing these, but I thought they were just going beyond, but they're actually, like, all in this area. That's really cool. Very magical, very magical. That, I really gotta find those then. That's so cool. So the names of these gods, though, are completely made up, and they are inspired by, like, multiple gods and multiple characters, and some I just literally just combined silly words. Anyways, so we're going to go through the gods and kind of what their symbol is. If the item frame's blank, I'm kind of still struggling what to make the symbol. I was going to do grass for Narati because she's the goddess of biomes, but I was like, it's kind of lazy. Kind of want to do something cooler. So, let's go through them. There's 10 gods, alright? 10 gods of crafting lore. I don't have a name for the country or like the whole area just yet, but we have Typhosi. He's going to be the god of mobs. And this is, I'm just going to use gunpowder because it's easy to make a farm. Easy enough to make a farm that, like, I'm not going to need a lot of these. Well, I might use TNT a lot. I don't know. I don't mess with TNT too much. Anyways, Typhosi's ashes, it's just gunpowder. That's going to be his symbol. Narati, who is the goddess of biomes, her symbol might be grass. Nephestorite, who's inspired by Hephaestus, the Greek god of like the blacksmith, the forge god, and Netherite. I combined kind of those two things, and then kind of put Nether kind of at the front of it. So I kind of combined. See, you kind of see the the functionality behind the name. It's really chaotic and really crazy, and I think it's a little bit too in depth at times because I'm trying to explain it to all my friends that care about it and think it's cool, and my girlfriend too, and just sometimes I feel like I'm just losing them because I love mythology way too much, so I may need to dial it back. Just let me know from time to time. Brilios, the goddess of the nether. Yelop, who's the goddess of archery and the hunt. She's pretty much just going to be the bow goddess or the goddess of hunt. Dasfell, who's going to be the music and poetry god. Matoth, who's going to be the god of war and strategy. I think I might do war and wisdom instead. That sounds a little bit better. By the way, these are all the new ink fonts and ink item frames. Pretty cool. or glow item frames and glow, you know what I mean, glow font, glow ink, squid font, letters, you know what I'm saying. Eldian, who's going to be the goddess of the sea. Moggs and Munty are going to be pretty much like, picture like a two-headed troll. They're going to be, Moggs is alchemy, trade, Munty. I have that written down somewhere. I might have those mixed up. They're going to be the gods of, alchemy and trade. And then Ijil, our last god, is going to be the god of, or the goddess of the end. And there is, one more god. The god of, nope, not one more god. Well, there is, okay, he is a god, but he's just called the Unknown. And we will learn more about him in the later series when we get into building some stuff that kind of relates to him more. But pretty cool, right? Pretty in depth. So we're going to go back to crafting lore. This is my, okay. So I had a crafting lore world for Cinematics before I downloaded Replay Mod, which obviously we got working now. And then I had this world, which was so cool, but I did not plan properly. So this was going to be the world that I was going to record, and I even had one episode recorded, but I had to botch because I didn't plan this properly. So this was going to be, and I even got bees. I love bees. I would need to find them in the new world. So this was going to be called the Scorched Hammer Pit, and it was going to be, this weird lighting, it was going to be a training ground for the Scorched Hammers, which are like the best blacksmiths in all of crafting lore. So this was their training ground, and it had multiple layers, and depending on how far down you could go would depend how good of a blacksmith you were. And they had these, I'll get into it, but there's ranks in the Scorched Hammer. Oh fuck, it's way too much. I'm already talking too much. There's ranks within these blacksmiths, and only certain ranks could go to certain depths. The first rank was going to be for like training purpose only. The second was going to be like an abandoned city that the Scorched Hammers thought they could set up down here because it was all full of resources, but over time the mobs kind of overran the city, so it was going to be a whole abandoned city down here that was going to have like mossy cobwebs, mine carts that were abandoned, graveyards, like just really cool stuff. But I realized I was already at Death 36, so I could not do that which was planned. So I was kind of disappointed a little bit, but I was kind of running low because I was going to need to have like a vine farm, and 1.17 was coming out, so I was kind of debating whether or not, like this, I created this world in 1.16, updated it recently to 1.17, and I kind of just like, I don't know, I lost interest, and after I realized how much like I'd have to change my plan, so I just like, you know what, I'll wait. I'll come back to it, and I came back to it, and I got nothing. So when I created this world, I spawned right in a jungle in a mesa, or beside a mesa in a jungle, and I was like, oh, that's kind of different. I've never built in a jungle. So then I started running along like the coastline of the jungle, and eventually I found the savannah, desert, jungle kind of combo, and there was a temple, and I found a village nearby, which is just across over here. Oh, no, going the wrong way. Okay, I tethered up my horse, which we will take my horse up to that area. So I was traveling around this coastline. The drip leaf is so fucking cool. You'd probably actually not be able to do it with a horse unless it was like tiered like stairs. I don't think you'd be able to jump and then jump again because the whole like horse not letting you jump a bunch. So yeah, I was running on the coastline, found this village, decided to boot up camp over here. Boop, 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 boop. Over here is my first little base. There's even a little cow farm still over here that I gotta move some cows over. No, that's too much work right now. I'll do that later. So I have this awesome fucking jungle, right? And then if you actually look over here, oh, you can't see it because of the trees anymore. Damn, I actually haven't looked back yet. I gotta remove some of those vines. There's actually like a little archway that you can see, and that was already kind of there. I just built like a little bridge across. This guy's a fucking good jumper and decent speed. This was my first little storage room, which I still have my enchanting table up here. Oh, I'm okay. And then yeah, we go out here, and this is I'm gonna tell you the story behind this place, and you tell me if it's too much or not enough, or hey, that's pretty fucking cool. And I'm going to enchant this axe. So, the Unknown, who's pretty much the first god to ever exist, alright? Oh, I need to fucking... Please tell me I left some up here. Yes. He was the first ever god. He created... No! Why did this have to have Silk Touch on it again? I need an axe for chopping the bookshelves. I literally just want one for chopping bookshelves. I'm going to leave this in here because I already have my netherite axe. So yes. I'm going to turn the render distance down. I feel like I'm chopping a bit. I just want to have smooth gameplay. Back to the unknown, all right? The unknown, first god. He created the 10 gods, all right? When he created the 10 gods were each tasked with bringing something to the world. This is going to be in the creation story. So if you listen, whatever. If you don't, just snooze. Just take a nap. He created them. They created the world. Each of them brought something into the world, like added something to the world. Narati, who was the goddess of biome, she was the first goddess to be created. She pretty much created all the land and so on and so forth. They each added, one god added ores, one god taught them how to hunt, one god taught them more strategies. You kind of get the gist. But when they created the land, the unknown also created something in those worlds called the gardens of the gods. Jesus, I am fucking such a sweaty nerd. I'm hesitating telling you guys because of just like how nerdy it is, but I just think it's so cool. So I'm just going to keep talking. So the unknown creates the gardens of gods, which is there's 10 gardens that are going to be scattered around, and I'm going to build them. And they're going to be a garden for each of the gods. And the god garden that we're currently in is Nephestorite. He's probably one of my favorite gods. I love anything to do with blacksmithing and forging. I think it's such a cool fucking... Like, if you can do it in real life, it's so fucking cool as a job, or not even as a hobby. And if you can just do it, it's just fucking awesome to me. So I've always liked that. This is going to be his little area, and he's going to have, obviously, a lot of things to do with, like, ores and smelting and forging. So I am going to create a pretty cool forgery here. But he's going to have, like, a little bit of everything. Because the unknown who creates these gardens, each of them are given, like each of them when they're given the garden, they can add to them another motherfucker to trade with. I need, I think you can get, I mean, I already got the drip leaf. Yeah, I already got some more drip leaf. Oh, I do have emeralds over here. I'll get back to the story in just a second. Can you come down here? That'd be fucking great. Come here. Yes, sure. You're probably going to drown, though. I thought that was sponge. Beetroot seeds I already have. Bucket of pufferfish. I thought that was sponge. That would have been so cool. I'm honestly going to buy this. You guys may think I'm crazy, but... you're not who I trade with. Oh, no! Oh, he's still here. But this, when it dries out, sometimes looks great for like a backsplash on something. Okay, I'm gonna have to kill him. Whoa! I think you always get their heads when you use the. Yep, I deserve that. I'm not gonna keep these ones. Where's the other lead? Goodbye. Just watch him fall off. Where did the other lead go? Or did I? I don't want the head. You always get the head. Did I not have any on me? I thought I still had one on from maybe my horse, but I guess not, because it's still attached to the horse. Yeah, that makes sense. So I got both. I'm good. So, the unknown, he creates each of these gardens for every single god. This is Nephestorites. Nephestorite can add to it if he wants. The other gods can add to it if he wants. Nephestorite has been, I mean, this is his storage, technically our storage. They can add stuff if they want. So he acclimates things. He's a forger. He needs to add things to weapons and tools. So everything around here is going to kind of relate to that, and I will build things over time. Again, I'm going to try to grab people a lot. That sounds really weird. But I want to get attention quickly, if that kind of makes sense. And I wish we had shaders, but for some reason I think it's because it's beta Optifine. We don't have shaders just yet. By the way, Spyglass, I love the Spyglass. Love the animation, love the sound, and when you actually have Optifine, you have double Spyglass a little bit, because you can zoom, and then you can zoom. so you can see. You press the key, the C key, zoom a spyglass. Spyglass, zoom a C key, right? Pretty cool. Pretty fucking cool. I'm gonna see what this looks like dried off on camera. And I'm gonna put the rest in the ocean things. You know, you mix in some stone. Looks kind of funky, right? It's okay. And then this guy is my little brown mushroom farm, which it definitely needs to be darker. I thought I blocked that. There we go. All right, this was the first episode. I did a lot of talking, which may or may not be good, but I will try to throw some visuals. Hopefully have some nice music in the background. I made it easy for you guys. I thank you guys for watching any of my videos, and please, if you watch this first episode and it even sounds a little bit interesting, stay tuned for episode 2. I'll actually get into some building stuff that relates to it. What is going on? I saw a little dirt fly off there. I think it's the sheep. Sheep might have, or sheep kind of behind there, they might have snacked on some grass and it would have went bloop and fallen off. I don't know, the particles. Anyways, nice little campfire down there. Stay tuned for episode 2. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.